8 contestants, all with a chance to win thousands of pounds. Only one will start in control. Can they stay ahead and beat the pack? Hello, I'm Jake Humphrey, and this is Beat the Pack, the show where if you can stay ahead of your opponents, you can win up to £12,000. Now, we've randomly selected one player to start in control, and that player is Rhys. Rhys, come and join me. Rhys, how are you?
How you doing?
Good. Good man, lovely to meet you, Rhys. How are you feeling?
Not bad.
Not bad?
Not bad.
You'll be even better if you walk out of here with £12,000, won't you?
Definitely.
Yes, absolutely. OK, well, let's learn a bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm from Conwy, North Wales.
Great. And what do you spend most of your time doing?
I'm currently studying in my last year to be a teacher in Cardiff.
Fantastic. OK, what are you going to teach?
Welsh, hopefully.
All right. What would you do if you walked away with a big amount of money today?
I probably want to visit Australia or New Zealand. Definitely go see some relatives over there.
Great. And who would you take with you?
Probably some of the family. Better take them.
You better take them. Yeah. If you do well here today, you better reward your family
yeah.
as well. OK, well, good luck today, Rhys. You're starting in control of today's game, which means you could walk away with £12,000. And the only thing standing in your way, I say the only thing, it's quite a big thing, it's the pack. Shall we meet them?
Let's meet the pack.
Here they are.
Francis, business analyst, Manchester.
Jonathan, civil servant, Bexhill-on-Sea.
Tricia, pet motel owner from Essex.
John, insurance director from Lancaster.
Tracy, stay-at-home mum from Lisburn.
David, pet food factory technician from Leicester.
Sophie, marketing team leader from Barnsley.
There they are then, Rhys, that's the pack. 7 people who would love to come and stand where you are, take control of the game and try and win some money today. Your aim is to try and stop them. So who have you got your eye on early on? Who worries you out of the pack?
Probably Jonathan and John, to be honest. I really don't know the strengths of anyone yet, but, yeah, they look pretty knowledgeable people.
Jonathan's actually smiling. He's obviously enjoying being singled out by you early on. Can you cope with the pressure? Oh, he's even rubbing his hands with glee. You can cope with the pressure, can you, Jonathan?
I hope so.
And, John, why do you think you were singled out there?
I really don't know, but I hope to do all right.
Maybe you just look really clever.
Probably. It's a good impression, isn't it?
It's not bad, it's not bad. We'll see whether it rings true later on in the show. Right, Rhys, would you like to see the 6 categories that stand between you and walking away with some money today?
Let's go.
OK, these are the 6 categories that Rhys is going to be tackling today. So today we're playing ice skating, social media, kings and queens, David Bowie, UK politics, Moulin Rouge. Now, each of these categories is worth up to £2,000, and all Rhys has to do is answer one question correctly from each category for the chance to win up to £12,000. But if he gets a question wrong at any time, he's out of the game. No second chances. Now, if he doesn't like a question, he doesn't have to answer it. I'll just replace it with an easier one, but that will cost him because the money halves every time. And the pack, well, they'll be answering every question. So if he passes and they all get it right, he loses control, he goes home with nothing, and that's not all. One of the pack will then take his place. So you know the rules. You're in control. They want to be in control. Your job is to beat them. Are you ready?
Yes.
Should we get on with the game?
Let's get on there.
Rhys, let's play Beat the Pack. OK, so there we are. 6 categories. Which of those 6 are you thinking, that's OK, I could cope with that?
Probably social media, kings and queens. I did like history, so I should be OK. It's about it, probably, but depends what questions come up, so... OK, well, there's only one way to find out what the questions are going to be, and that's to pick a category. So, over to you, Rhys. Pick a category. All right, I'll go with a weaker subject first. I'll go with David Bowie, please.
You're going to go with David Bowie to start with. Now, you say it's your weaker subject.
Yeah.
There is one little bit of good news I can give you before we get going, and that's at any time during the game, I can give you a helping hand when you'll have the chance to give me 2 answers, a double answer. So let me know when you want to use that, and make sure you use it wisely, because you only get it the once.
OK.
OK? So, Rhys has chosen David Bowie. And to get us going, this is his £2,000 question. Which of these characters did Bowie play on film first? Andy Warhol, Pontius Pilate, Jareth the Goblin King, Nikola Tesla. Rhys, get thinking for the first time today. Pack, please answer now. Well, John there, a big puff of the cheeks and a big shake of the head, but you never know whether they're toying with you at this stage. What you need to do, Rhys, is work out what you know, what you think they know, and then decide whether to play or pass. Remember, if you pass and all the pack get the answer correct, then you're out of the game.
I've got an idea, but I'm gonna have to pass on that.
What's your idea?
The one that stood out for me was Jareth the Goblin King. He sounds like a bit of a minor character in a film. I've not heard. I didn't even know David Bowie played in a film, so it says a lot about my knowledge of David Bowie.
He's done quite a bit of acting.
Yeah, I didn't know. No, I'm gonna pass.
You're definitely gonna pass. No,
definitely pass.
All right. Well, if you'd have gone for one, you would have gone for Jareth the Goblin King, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, let's have a look then. What is the correct answer on the £2,000 question? Rhys. Do you remember the film Labyrinth?
Oh, I've seen it, but I couldn't.
That was the film. That was the character. And if you'd have given me that answer, if you'd have backed yourself, if you'd have gone with your gut instinct, I would be saying to you now, Rhys, you've got £2,000.
I know.
As it is, I'm saying to you, Rhys, if the pack all know the right answer to this question, you're going home at the very start of the game.
Okay.
Let's reveal who in the pack knew the correct answer. And two of our pack members got it wrong. A huge number knew the right answer. Now, great news for them because they're through to the next category. They're in the safe zone. That couldn't have gone much worse for you.
No.
You're about to take on just two pack members on the £1,000 question. Before we do that, let's say a great start and well done to 5 members of the pack. Make you over to the safe area. Well done. John and Tracy, not great for you. Suddenly, the pack's been whittled down to just 2, and you're vulnerable now, John, right?
Yeah. I'll get me back now.
You think so?
Probably.
Are you big on Bowie?
Not really, no. Little bit before my time.
OK, a little bit.
Just a touch.
Tracy?
No, I'm not a big fan either, I'm afraid.
OK, well, it looks like we've got 3 non-Bowie fans playing this game. The next question, Rhys, is worth £1,000, OK?
Okay.
So let's move the game on. It's worth half as much, but it's a big question because it's Rhys up against 2 members of the pack, and this is the question. Released in 2013 on his 66th birthday, what was the title of Bowie's first UK top 40 single in over a decade? Where are we now? What's going on? Why can you not? When will it be? Rhys, I'll take your answer in a moment, but John and Tracy, please answer now. OK, another shake of the head there from John. Rhys, you really need to think carefully because when you've only got 2 members of the pack, the chances of them both getting the right answer are greatly increased.
Yeah.
If you choose to pass, it's a really big risk.
I understand the risk, but I'm going to have to pass because it'd be a complete stab in the dark, and I don't think both of them are going to get it right. Yeah, so I'll pass. OK, so you're gambling that both members of the pack are not going to know the right answer. Yeah.
If they do, Rhys, you will be leaving the game.
OK.
If I'd have pushed you, what would you have said?
Could have been any of the 4.
You simply don't know.
I have no idea. I'd probably go for Where Are We Now?
OK, well, let's reveal the correct answer. I would probably have gone for Where Are We Now? Once again, Rhys, if you'd followed your gut, this would have been a correct answer. So now we turn our attention to the pack. Your fate rests in their hands. If John and Tracy both knew Where Are We Now is the answer, they've survived. Rhys's game is over on the very first category. Let's see who got it right. Oh, John and Tracy, well done to the both of you. Rhys, what a shame. Well, look, I'm really glad to have played the game with you. A good effort.
Enjoyed my time, so...
If you'd have been a bit braver and followed your gut instinct, we wouldn't be having this conversation, but sadly we are. So, Rhys, I'm afraid you failed to beat the pack. Your game is over.
Thank you very much.
Unlucky.
Cheers, thank you. Good luck.
So Rhys leads on the very first category. Time to bring back the pack. Back you come. As you just saw, caution can be really costly on this show. Rhys has gone, which is bad news for him, but very good news for one member of the pack. The strongest player until this point, and taking control of the game from Rhys, is... Jonathan. Down you come, Jonathan. Well, 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 a real shame for Rhys, but Jonathan, very good news for you, and you're standing here because of the 5 pack members that got the right answer. You answered quicker than anyone else. Where are you from?
I'm from Bexhill-on-Sea in East Sussex.
OK, and what do you do for a living?
I'm a civil servant. I'm an administration officer in local government.
And have you done that your whole life?
No, I've only done it the last few years. I'm actually
Really?
a fish and chip van operator for about 20 years before that.
And we're all hungry. What have you brought with you?
I bought the van outside,
You got the
actually,
van
just in
outside.
case everybody gets hungry, yeah.
OK, well, look, the game has changed hugely for you. You were part of the pack. The aim of the game for you now, Jonathan, is to beat the pack. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
OK, Jonathan, good luck.
Thank you.
Let's play Beat the Pack. Let's start by having a look at the 5 categories that remain. 5 categories that are separating you from £10,000. Sadly, fish and chips isn't up there, but those are the 5 that are. What stands out as a good category for you?
I think social media, but that's not what I'm going to pick because I don't know anything about ice skating. And so I'm going to pick ice skating in the hope that I can beat the pack in that way.
OK, so while you've got a large pack, you think you've got a greater chance of going through?
Perhaps them not all knowing the answer either, if I have to pass.
All right, Jonathan. Well, the good news is you've got a double answer. You can use that at any time. Let me know when you want to do that. And you chose ice skating, a tough category.
Yes.
Get it out of the way early. That's your thinking.
Yes.
Well, we shall wait and see whether it's a good tactical move. Let's do it. Jonathan has chosen ice skating. And here is his first question, worth £2,000. Which is the only jump in which the performer takes off while skating forwards? Axel, flip, Lutz, Salchow. Have a think, Jonathan. Pack, please answer now. Six answers locked in from the pack. Now, you know the way this works. Give me an answer now if it's the right answer. Fantastic. £2,000. On to the next category. If you choose to pass, then you need to be confident those 6 pack members didn't all get the right answer. Play or pass?
I'm going to play
Now,
and risk it all.
hold on a minute. This is your weak category that you've chosen because you wanted to get it out of the way, and you're going to play the £2,000 question.
Yeah.
Why?
I just think you've got to go for it if you're going to win any money. Or go home with
That is
any.
one approach, Jonathan. OK, now, are you going to use your double answer on this to make it
I
even
would
safer?
like to use my double answer, in fact.
OK, this is bold and brave gameplay from Jonathan. Let's lock in the double answer. And now please tell me which 2 you would like to pick.
I'm going to take D and A.
OK, so A, Axel, and D, Salchow. Why those 2?
I've definitely heard of Salchow, although mainly triple Salchow I've heard of, and I'm wondering how you could do
you
something
do it?
backwards and do 3 of them. Oh, yes, I could definitely do a double one, but a triple, maybe not.
And why Axel?
Axel is just another name that's familiar from watching ice skating. I don't actually know of flip, and I imagine that's as simple as it could be, really, and that's just something complicated that I don't know.
Oh, you think that a flip on the ice is simple,
Oh,
right?
simple, yeah, I flipped over every time I went on the ice.
Who in the pack do you think would know the answer to this?
I think probably John and Tracy.
Just those 2? Tracy, why do you think Jonathan thinks you're a bit of an expert when it comes to ice skating? Any idea?
Must be my physique or something. I look at like an ice skater.
Indeed you do. Is he wide of the mark? Do you like ice skating?
No, I hate it.
Confident with this question?
No, not at all.
All right, well, let's see then. If the answer is either Axel or Salco, fantastic. Through to the next category, £2,000 is yours. But if you're wrong, it's game over. Shall we see? OK. If the answer's Axel, Jonathan's through. Is Axel the correct answer? It's Axel, well done. What a start. What a start. You know what, you didn't even need a double answer, did you? And if that had been wrong, if it had been neither Axel or Salco, you would have walked away from here with absolutely nothing. But the bravery has seen you put £2,000 in the bank. So shall we do that?
Yes.
This is always a lovely moment. You'll smile at this. Let's put £2,000 in the bank for Jonathan. Lovely. You now get to choose who you would like to say farewell to. You don't know an awful lot about them yet, but do you know enough to pick someone?
Not really, but I'm going to say David.
Why
just
David?
Because he looks very intelligent, and I'm a bit worried about him knowing more than I do. Sorry, David.
Are you as intelligent as you look, David?
Not at all, no. I got the answer wrong.
So, David, I'm afraid that Jonathan's decided he didn't like the look of you for whatever reason, so I'm afraid to say I need to ask you to leave the pack. Yep. Thanks for playing. It's a really good start for you. So now, do you build on this confidence, or do you think £2,000 in the bank, I can just maybe relax and play safe from now on?
Well, I don't think I can relax, for sure. Not with a big pack like that still waiting to get me.
OK, well, it's time to move on. Let's have a look at what your next category is going to be. Social media, kings and queens, UK politics, Moulin Rouge. What's the next best one for you?
I think kings and queens.
Because it's hard and you want to get it out of the way, or you're a bit more confident about it?
I'm a bit more confident about kings and queens than I'm about Moulin Rouge, that's for sure.
Shall we play it?
Yes, please. Kings and queens.
Clearly wanted to avoid Moulin Rouge at this point. Sadly, you do have to answer one question on each of these categories. We'll get to Moulin Rouge, but for now, kings and queens. Let's have a look at the £2,000 question in the kings and queens category. Which of these people was born in the same year as Queen Elizabeth II? Marilyn Monroe, Doris Day, Marlon Brando, or Shirley Temple? Jonathan, get thinking. Pack, get answering. OK, the pack very quickly locked in their answers. Now, I can tell you two of the pack have an A-level in history. Whether that helps them with this remains to be seen. The important thing is, what do you think? Play or pass?
I think pass.
You're going to pass on this one. You were very sure last time with playing. Why do you want to pass now?
Because I think you shouldn't take too many risks. I would like to guess at this one, but I'm risking losing everything, so I'd rather pass this time and see how the pack get on.
One wrong answer, you're out of the game.
Absolutely.
So maybe it is the right thing to do. If I did push you for an answer, what would you have gone for?
I would have said Marilyn Monroe.
OK, well, look, you've passed. If all of the pack get the right answer, passing has cost you not just your place in the game, but that fantastic £2,000 that you've already banked. Let's see, what is the right answer? Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe and the Queen, both born 1926. An answer that would have got you another £2,000 and been the perfect start to the show. That just shows, though, if you follow your gut instinct, if you're brave at the right time, it can pay dividends. The risk, of course, it can see you out of the game. Just so you know, Shirley Temple, born in 1928. Doris Day, Marlon Brando, 1924. So all born in the 20s, but Marilyn Monroe was the right answer. But which of the pack got the right answer? This is the big risk for Jonathan. Did you all know the right answer? Is he out of the game? Well done, Sophie. Very good. So, are you a fan of the royal family, fan of Marilyn Monroe, or a fan of taking a lucky guess?
No, I actually thought I knew that one, yeah.
Really? And was it that you knew the year the Queen was born or the year Marilyn was born?
Yeah, I knew the Queen, not Marilyn Monroe. Was 1926.
You've been standing down there, all very quiet so far, not catching anyone's eye, then suddenly the right answer, which puts you through to the next category, Sophie. Well done. Make you over to the safe area. That's great. Good news for Sophie, but this game is all about you. You're the person in control. You've now got one less pack member to take on, so the chances of them all getting the next answer right is higher, and it's an easier question for them, Jonathan. The next question is worth £1,000. And here is that question. Which of these countries has a reigning monarch? Denmark, Argentina, Portugal, or Lebanon? Jonathan, you give me an answer in a moment. Pack, please give me an answer now. Well, Jonathan, so far your gut instinct has been absolutely perfect. Taking that into account, play or pass on the £1,000 question?
I'd like to play it, please, Jake.
You're going to play. Fantastic. Why?
I think I have a good idea of it being Denmark because I know there has been a King of Denmark and a Queen of Denmark. Portugal is a republic, Argentina is a republic, and Lebanon, I don't think there's a King of Lebanon. So that's why I would choose Denmark. Not 100% sure, but fairly confident.
Willing to take the risk?
Absolutely.
Ready to see if you're correct?
Yes.
All right, let's lock in the answer then. Jonathan thinks the answer is A, Denmark. If he's right, through to the next round, £1,000 in the bank. If he's wrong, he leaves with nothing. Is Denmark the right answer? You are playing a good game, Jonathan. Right on. Margrethe II of Denmark is currently on the throne. You knew that answer. It puts you through to the next round. Should we put £1,000 in the bank?
Oh, yes, please.
Let's do it. Here we go. Another £1,000. £3,000 from the first two categories that you've answered. A really good, strong start from you, Jonathan. You're through to the next category. You're safe in the game. And you now have to decide which of the pack you'd like to say goodbye to. Now, it's difficult because we haven't heard an awful lot from them. You haven't given them many chances to answer questions. Who would you like to get rid of?
I think I'm going to go with Trisha. I'm sorry, Trisha, I'm going to send you home.
Did you know the answer to that last question?
I did.
So if Jonathan had passed, you would have been into the safe area. And perhaps he has been clever getting rid of you if you knew that answer.
Maybe.
Well, Trisha, despite getting the right answer, I'm afraid that you were in the pack at just the wrong time. Jonathan's in control, it's his decision, and he's decided you need to leave the pack. Thank you for playing.
OK, thank you.
So, Trisha leaves, but Sophie, back you come. Let's bring back the pack. Well, Jonathan, you're playing a brilliant game, so let's move on and take a look at the categories. And as you can see, you're flying through this. We're now halfway through. 3 down, 3 to go. So far, being bold and being brave has paid off very well for you. You've got £3,000 in the bank. You could win another £6,000 as we head towards the final. And there's 4 members of the pack that you need to try and eliminate. So, your game, where next?
I'm going to try social media, please.
So Jonathan's next category is social media. Let's see if it's a wise decision. This is the £2,000 social media question. By the end of 2012, which of these celebrities had attracted over 20 million followers on Twitter? Kim Kardashian, Justin Timberlake, Oprah Winfrey, or Taylor Swift? Jonathan, have a think. Pack, please give us your answer. So the pack have answered, and now it's your turn. Do you use Twitter?
No.
Right.
I have a Twitter account, but I've never used it.
Just like my dad. He doesn't know what to do with
I
it.
thought I
but he's
needed one, but I haven't found a use for it yet.
Everyone has them, don't they? OK, well, bearing in mind that you don't use Twitter, do you think you want to play or pass on this?
I think I would like to pass because I'm not confident I would, in normal circumstances, without any money on the line and having to go home with nothing, I would take a guess at one of those three and think that was fairly safe. But I don't feel safe in risking the £3,000 I've got so far and going home with nothing, so I'm going to pass.
OK, well, you decided to pass. So let's see. Who did manage to get over 20 million followers on Twitter by the end of 2012? Taylor Swift. You heard of Taylor Swift?
Yes, I have heard of Taylor Swift, yeah.
Do you like her music?
I haven't heard of her music, I don't think. I've heard of her.
OK, well, she managed to get over 22 million followers on Twitter, but that's fewer than Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber, who both have more than 33 million followers. They're popular, aren't they?
Very.
OK. Well, it's time to find out whether you're about to be popular with the pack, because if they all got it right, they'll be delighted how they managed it. Who knew the correct answer to this question? Well, maybe we don't have some social media jockeys up there in our pack today. John, no idea at all?
Went for Kim Kardashian. I just thought, well, can't be Taylor Swift. She'll be popular, but not that popular.
And Francis, why did you get that wrong?
I also went for Kim Kardashian because she's the only one out of those that I actually follow on Twitter. So I thought everyone else is bound to have the same impeccable taste as me. So it's going to be Kim Kardashian.
All right, well, none of the pack got that right. Gives you a good indication about their social media knowledge. But the next question is easier for you and easier for them, Jonathan. It's worth £1,000. Let's have a look then. This is the £1,000 question on social media. The first ever SMS text message, which was sent in 1992, said what? QWERTY UIOP. Merry Christmas. Can you read this? And I love you. Jonathan, I'll get your thoughts in a moment, but first, the pack need to get thinking. Please answer now. So they've all placed their answers. Are you going to play or pass?
Sometimes you have to rely on your instincts. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to go for B.
Jonathan, this is a really brave time to just base your answer on your instincts. You've got £3,000 in the bank. You're not hanging by a thread. Are you sure you want to do that? You know the risks. If it's the wrong answer, you lose everything.
I take responsibility for my stupidity if it is, but I want to go with my instincts and say Merry Christmas.
OK, let's lock that in. If it's right, brilliant. £4,000. On to the next category, closer to the final, still in the game. Is the correct answer Merry Christmas? Yes, it is! Oh, I'm so happy for you. That's the first time anyone has thanked their gut after getting it right with the gut instinct answer. And your face there when you saw that it was Merry Christmas, it was clear, actually.
Slightly relieved.
How unconfident you were, really. Brilliant gameplay. You've chosen the right times to be cautious so far and the right times to be brave, but you still have not got your hands on that money. You've still got to survive another 2 categories and the final. But the good news is the money is really starting to build up. Let's add another £1,000 to the £3,000 you've already got. Well done. Feeling good?
Shaky.
You're doing really well. You've successfully got through social media. That category is completed. We're going to move on. You're going to stay in control. But before we do that, Francis, John, Tracy or Sophie, one of them will leave the game and you decide who.
I have to pick Sophie because I've got the proof that she's clever enough to get some of the harder questions. And I'm sorry, Sophie, you hung yourself with your cleverness.
Oh, Sophie, did you get that last question right?
Yeah, I did. I thought I was a goner.
Oh, no. Well, look, if Jonathan had passed, if he wasn't feeling as brave as he is, you'd be sitting there now, very happy, through to the next category.
Mind.
As it is, it was that one correct answer that stood you out from the pack that's cost you your place here today. Thank you so much for playing, though. But, Sophie, please leave the pack. Bye-bye. And then there There were 3. How are you feeling? You starting to get a bit more confident with this?
Not really, no. I'm enjoying it, but I'm feeling very ruthless getting rid of people. But that's the game, isn't it? I've got to send somebody home.
It is the game. The big thing is the stakes are getting higher every time. You've now got £4,000 in the bank and another £4,000 available with 2 categories left to play. UK politics and Moulin Rouge. You've still got 3 pack members up against you. They're all hunting you down still.
I'm still dodging Moulin Rouge. Jake, I'm going to go for UK politics, please.
All right, the penultimate category is UK politics. Let's have a look at the £2,000 question. Immediately after the 2010 UK general election, what was the average age of an MP? 45, 50, 55 or 60? Have a think, Jonathan. Pack, please answer now. OK, it gets serious now. 2 categories left to play, and this question worth £2,000. Jonathan, play or pass?
I would like to pass, but I'm not going to because I think that the pack will know this one. So I'm forced into playing. I think 60 is far too old, even 50 and 55 too old, so I'm going to go for 45.
I can understand how you're working this out, but you don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer. I don't know.
You don't know the answer, and you are going to play.
I'm going to play, yes.
This is really brave, Jonathan. Let's lock that in. If it's right, Jonathan is through. 1 category away from the final and another £2,000 in the bank. If it's wrong, he walks away with nothing. Is the correct answer A, 45? Jonathan, it's not.
I took the risk and it was worth taking.
Let us show you the right answer, just so you know. For what it's worth, the right answer was 50. And I wish you'd said 50, because I would love to have given you another £2,000. I've really enjoyed standing next to you. You've been great to play alongside, incredibly brave. That was good for you, but sadly, it was your undoing. Jonathan, you failed to beat the pack.
Thank you, Jake.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You win some, you lose some on that occasion. Sadly for Jonathan, despite his bravery, he lost, and he lost a lot. He's gone, so is all the money he banked. But it's good news for one member of the pack who's about to gain control, and that person is... Francis, you're the strongest. Down you come. Well done, Francis, the strongest member of the pack at the perfect time. How does it feel being down here compared to being up in the pack?
It's much worse down here. I'm absolutely terrified.
But the good news is, by being down here, the money could be yours. What did you learn from watching Jonathan? Because he was incredibly brave, but he just was maybe too brave at the wrong time.
I think there's got to be an element of no guts, no glory. It's all or nothing with this.
OK, well, I'm looking forward to playing the game with you, Francis. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Watford, but I live and work in Manchester now.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a business analyst for a bank.
Right. Francis, it's your game. You're in control. Let's play Beat the Pack. All right. Moulin Rouge is the only category that you can go for. This first question is going to be worth £2,000. What would you do if you walked away with all that money?
We bought a house a few years ago, and we don't have a back garden so much as a backyard swamp. So I'd like to do the back garden up, have somewhere nice to sit in summer if it ever stops raining in Manchester.
The swamp is good for the lily pad, though.
It is, yes, it would be.
I love that, with a little frog on there as well. OK, Francis, let's get serious now. It's you up against 2 members of the pack on the final category, Moulin Rouge. Here's the £2,000 question. Who directed the 1952 film Moulin Rouge, starring Jar Jar Gabor? John Huston, Billy Wilder, Fred Zinnemann, Stanley Donen. Have a think, pack, please answer now. And the pack have answered. Now, you didn't jump for joy when you saw the question, but let me remind you, you do have the double answer if you want to play that. Passing at this stage is risky. There's only 2 members of the pack. So is playing if you don't know the right answer. 1 wrong answer and you're out of the game. Play or pass?
It's my one chance, so might as well go big. I'm going to play it.
No guts, no glory.
glory.
This has been the theme of the show today. Great. Do you want to use your double answer?
I do, yes.
OK, let's lock in the double answer first of all. And now, Francis, give me 2 answers.
Going to go for Billy Wilder
Billy Wilder, let's lock that in.
and Fred Zinnemann.
And Fred Zinnemann, lock in. You can't change your mind. Decision made. Why Billy Wilder?
Billy Wilder, because I've actually heard of him. So it was a name
Right.
that stood out as someone I know who is definitely a director of that era, so...
And this leads me to deduce you've never even heard of Fred Zinnemann, yet you've selected him as one of the answers.
I just like the name. Fun name to say. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. I like cinnamon. You know.
You like cinnamon,
Yeah.
so you've picked Zinnemann on a £2,000 question that could put you into the final of today's Beat the Pack.
Yes.
Never seen anything like it before, but if it's right, we would all be delighted for you. Right, Francis, this is it. If it's Billy Wilder or Fred Zinnemann, you're through. You're in the final. £2,000 in the bank. If it's neither of them, you're out of the game. First of all, did Billy Wilder direct the 1952 film Moulin Rouge? No. Which leads us to Fred Zinnemann. Has Francis taken control of the game and taken £2,000 on the very final category? Is Fred Zinnemann the director of the 1952 film Moulin Rouge? No. I so wish it was. I so wish it was, because that would have been a really bold, brave bit of gameplay. Let's reveal the right answer. It was John Huston. And I think in many ways to come in at the very end and to have your double answer available, we can all understand the logic of wanting to go for a £2,000 question. I think we should find out whether our pack both got the answer correct. John?
No, I discounted John Huston because he's a Western. And I wanted the actual remake of Moulin Rouge to come up because I knew that that was Baz Luhrmann. So.
Tracy?
I went for Billy Wilder. I didn't know either.
So I'm afraid if you'd have decided to pass, Francis, we would have moved on to the £1,000 question, which would have been easier for you, and then you could have used your double answer.
Yeah.
But, as you said, no guts, no glory.
Nope.
You wanted to be brave, but sadly it cost you the chance to be in the final. Thank you for playing. I'm afraid you failed to beat the pack. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
So almost as quickly as she arrived, Francis has gone, which means that John and Tracy are both going through to the final, where they will compete for the chance to come back on the next show as our control player and the chance to win up to £12,000. And I can reveal the stronger player is... Tracy. So Tracy's in control in today's Beat the Pack final. Well, here we are in the final, and instead of playing for money, our 2 members of the pack are now playing to come back as the control player next time. Now, Tracy, you're in control of the game, so you will face 75 seconds of quick-fire questions. Keep on getting them right, you leave as the winner. But answer a question incorrectly or take too long to answer, I stop the clock, and John will be given the chance to answer that same question. Now, John, if you can steal 3 correct answers, you'll be coming back next time. Tracy, the aim of the game for you is to stay in control for 75 seconds. I can tell you, up until this point, you've given us 3 correct answers, Tracy, in the whole show. John, of the 9 questions we've asked you, you've answered 2 right.
Better than I thought.
So you've had 2 in the whole show. You now need 3 in the final to steal control from Tracy. You ready to play?
I am, yeah.
Good luck. 75 seconds on the clock. Time starts now. Ken and Deirdre Barlow are characters from which long-running TV soap opera?
Coronation Street.
Correct. The Emirates Stadium is home to which Premier League football club?
Arsenal.
Is the right answer. The red planet is a nickname for which celestial body?
Mars.
Is right. What is the title of the mystery by P.D. James that is a continuation of Pride and Prejudice? Stop the clock. John, what is the title of the mystery by P.D. James that is a continuation of Pride and Prejudice?
Pass.
The answer is Death Comes to Pemberley. So, Tracy, John didn't manage to get a correct answer there. Good news for you. The bad news is you've still got 50 seconds to hang in there in control. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start the clock. John Lennon Airport is in which British city?
Liverpool.
Is the correct answer. Which vegetable is known in North America as an eggplant?
Aubergine.
Is right. Which Stephen King novel was adapted into a 1980 film starring Jack Nicholson?
The Shining.
Is the right answer. Dappy, Talisa and Phaser are all members of which hip-hop group from Camden Town?
N-Dubs.
Is the right answer. The largest living lizard takes its name from which Indonesian island? Stop the clock. John, the largest living lizard takes its name from which Indonesian island?
Komodo.
Is the right answer. You've got the first steal. Well done, John. One answer down. We still need 2 from you, John. Tracy, you need to hang in there for 18 seconds. Start the clock. Who was the original presenter of University Challenge before Jeremy Paxman?
Bamber Gascoigne.
Is correct. Which Gavin and Stacey star originated the role of Timms in Alan Bennett's play The History Boys?
James Corden.
Is right. At the 2011 and 2012 Eurovision Song Contests, which twins represented Ireland?
Jedward.
Is the right answer. You've remained in control for the full 75 seconds. Well done, Tracy. And John, a valiant effort, but only one correct answer from you during that final. It's been tough today, hasn't it?
It has been tough, yeah. And Tracy was just superb in that.
Well,
Just give me a chance.
It just goes to show that even if you're not getting the questions right, you can still make the final. Sadly, though, you couldn't wrestle control from Tracy. And Tracy, you return next time in control of the game. Are you looking forward to being down there in control, making the decisions?
Watching the other players, I might have a few strategies to do.
So you've learned a lot.
Yeah.
And judging by that final, you clearly know a lot. It will be very, very interesting when you return. So, Tracy, congratulations. And make sure you join us next time when Tracy will have the chance to win up to £12,000, but only if she can beat the pack. Bye-bye.